everyone, it's Mr. Mazel Top of Mazel Top Yoyos. This is going to be a little review over the Mazel Top Yoyos Vindication. While this might seem a bit biased because I obviously design all of Mazel Top Yoyos, it's going to be honest. You know, all my reviews over the Vindication, the Rectifier, the Gibor, the Aish, they're going to be honest. Look off the bat, I'll tell you right now. The Gibor, it can't handle horizontal. Not like I would want to, which is why I'll never make a yo-yo with that small of a catch zone again. Simply won't. This, on the other hand, keeps the weight away from the center axis, creating extreme stability, especially when dealing in horizontal tricks. Anyone who knows my playstyle knows that I love horizontal. That's what got me into modern yo-yo. That's why I picked up a yo-yo a few years ago, and when I started designing yo-yos, it changed my life. So it's gonna be honest reviews. So I'll always have someone like Dylan Kowalski or someone else do a review for a non-biased review for all of you. And of course, I'll also do a review too as well, because we all have different play styles. We all, like Dylan can play way faster than me. A lot of the guys play way faster than me. All the reviewers, pretty much everyone plays way faster than me. I'm not the best speed player. I have my one go-to speed combo, that's about it. So anyways, Vindication. The Vindication is 61 millimeters diameter. I'll put the specs in the description in case I'm wrong. For sure it's 61 millimeters diameter. That's why I made it this way. It's 63.4 grams in weight. It's just under 50% weight in stainless steel. So there's also room weight of aluminum. So it's basically half room weight. While you might think, oh, that's pretty big, I believe it's 45.4 millimeters in width. But it'll be in the description. It's definitely not less than 44 in width. I'm pretty sure it's 45.4 millimeters in width, or 45.7 in width. 45.7. Might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's 45.7. So, got a good width, got a nice big diameter, but as you can see, it's not that big. I don't have the biggest hands. I'm only 5'10", 5'9", 5'10", so, I don't have, gorilla hands or anything, so, it's got a good size. I feel like it feels perfect in the hand. The rims are rounded, totally lobe shaped, like upside down horseshoe shape, So, unlike other V-shapes that are really sharp on the catch, the Vindication was inspired by the Elimination, which is made by Tapio and Unparalleled. So I used to own that yo-yo. I ended up selling it. It was just way too sharp on the catch, but I loved that extreme V shape. I just wish it had rounded rims. It was a concave V. First time I'd ever seen a concave V shape, which is why I made the Vindicator a concave V, was because of the Elimination. Of course, this on the Vindication is halfway concaved, half of it's concaved, and then it's a straight shot to the rim. So you got halfway concave and then a straight shot to the rim. Now one moment, I'm gonna turn on a backlight. So we got concave and then we have a straight shot to the rim. This comes with a free hybrid ceramic bearing that I personally install on your yo-yo. On occasion I won't install it, but I'll always send a message about that. So at 63.4 grams, this thing does not feel heavy. And this is actually a beat up B grade. So as you can see, that's not super vibey. And that's a beat up B grade. With a hybrid ceramic bearing, classic V10 hybrid. Sometimes I'll put the classic V10 hybrid, which is actually a double straight, a double V, V, and another V with a groove in the middle as well. Or I'll put the convex V10, which is also an amazing bearing. I have some players who have abandoned the original V10 and gone to the convex. I actually play more convex than I do classic now, so yeah, comes with free hybrid ceramic bearing. It's really nice. This yo-yo is very stable, as mentioned, and it can get up and go. I'm not really a speed player. haven't worked on speed combos much lately. And the gap's really nice. The catch zone is really nice. The gap is 4.7 millimeters. It's as big as we could get it without having to offset anything. I don't know what I'm doing here. Yeah, it's a very forgiving yo-yo. You make mistakes, it'll generally power through it, which is what I need because I'm not the best player. So I had that in mind when I made this yo-yo, is I want something that can power through all of my horrible mistakes. And I kept spinning for a while, even though it's got all sorts of layers wrapped around it. So yeah, it's a stable yo-yo. It can get up and move. Ooh, got tangled. Nice binds. Generally won't snag when I don't want it to. It's, like I said, it's designed to be very forgiving. And of course, it's designed with horizontal in mind. Stays really stable. If you go on my Instagram, all of my best horizontal combos are always using the Vindication. Rejects really nice. It's good for the ghost binds, things like that. It's got a good response. It's got really good thumb grinds. My hands are sweating right now and it's harder to do it with gloves. But also that concave makes for extremely nice locked in finger grinds. So I also made this to be fun. Aside from pure performance and just having a soft catch, there you go, show you how soft catch it has. That didn't hurt. It's very forgiving on the catch. So yeah, that's the point of having those rounded rims. We're able to feel the impact happening and brace it a lot easier than with a sharper edge or a thinner edge. A lot of companies will make yo-yos that they say are ergonomic, this and that, but they still have a very fine, thin edge. Even if it's a lobe, if it's a lobe shape, if it's too thin, it's probably gonna hurt your hand, especially on a really hard return. So this design had that in mind. The Vindication was made to be comfortable in the hand while still being extremely powerful. It's a lot, even though it's only a gram more than the rectifier, it's a lot more powerful than the rectifier, which is hands down the best work of art I've ever made. But still, this is my go-to. It's not as fast as the rectifier, but I mean, think and move. So yeah, like I said, horizontal, all my harder elements on horizontal are a lot easier with this, like horizontal 1.5 ounce. Horizontal keychain binds. This is my go-to for doing things like that. So I love this yo-yo. It's got a really big thumb grind lip, the inner ring. There's different ways to call it, but I just call it a lip. So the lip is super concaved, and it's got a nice little ring inside of that concave too to lock onto your fingernail and do really awesome talon grinds and finger grinds, thumb grinds. And the concave locks in the finger grinds. That concave just locks it in. Another thing I'll show you is it's got this little slanted cut that leads to the flat cup. Makes it great for finger spins, even though it's not a finger spin dimple, which is like the in thing. For certain tricks like the corkscrew, I find it much easier to have a flat cup than to have a finger spin dimple. That string tension. So yeah, that's another thing I considered, is that I want this to be able to do fun tricks, you know, and that corkscrew, I need to be able to hit that finger spin. and a dimple's just gonna be too hard to hit dead center. So I made a slanted cut leading to a flat cut. Works great for finger spins. Now I'm gonna fix my string tension, of course. I said this is not an A grade right here. This is a beat up B grade. So, you know, just to show you, even if you're gonna beat up this yo-yo, I know it's a $120 yo-yo, this type of design would generally cost a lot more. The walls on this yo-yo are only 1 millimeter in thickness. The body walls, they're 1 millimeter, that's it. So it's very extreme. From there all the way up, 1 millimeter, right? Maybe here's a little thicker, but this, 1 millimeter. Yeah, it's got good bites. Let's see if I can hit a thumb grind with the gloves on. Oh yeah. So there you go. We got really nice thumb grinds. Gonna do a palm grind because of the gloves. These gloves are silk, they're not nylon. There you go, nice talon grind. See, it just balances there so well because of those concave lips. It's great, you know. Of course, that's my opinion, right? I think it's great, but if you like talon grinds, then it's great. If you like thumb grinds, it's great. You like finger grinds, it's great. You like finger spins, it's great. You know, you like horizontal, it's great. You want a super stable yo-yo that has the power and stability of a heavy yo-yo while still being only 63.4 grams, less than 64 grams, then this is great. It's 61 millimeters diameter, but look at this much. Still hit those chopsticks on it. Still hit your tech tricks on it. Yep. That's an upside down chopsticks bind. The gap's easy to catch in. You'll generally hit your ejection tricks on it. Yep. So stability, finger spins, all the fun grinds, it can do it. You want tech, it'll do it. You want speed, it'll do it. Well, it's not the fastest, it'll definitely handle speed. Amazing for horizontal. I've had people who have told me that they hit their first horizontal trick because they got the Vindication. It made such a huge difference. So I know it's not just me. I have consumer feedback that tells me this will really help up your game if you're trying to get into horizontal, or if you're trying to do certain tricks that need better spin time, need more stability. Now, if you're trying to do the best speed combo, I'd say go rectifier off the bat. I'm not going to say to buy the Vindication. You want something that's just super fast, long spinning. It's not going to be as forgiving on the catch. Still not the worst. But you're willing to forgo certain aspects, well then, yeah, sure, rectifier, great. And it's the best aesthetics as far as I'm concerned. But you want something that's really going to up your performance and learning stuff, you know, where you need that really awesome stability, Vindication is the way to go in my opinion. So, bat string tension. There you go, that's an example of needing to catch that corkscrew on the finger spin. You'll catch it. Why? Because you don't need to land dead center. Learn that power of it. Yeah, it's just holds a tilt really well. You know, even if you're not using the best technique, it's very forgiving. And that's the idea behind the Vindication, is something that's going to be forgiving. It can power through your mistakes. I think it's a very nice looking yo-yo with that concave halfway and then a straight shot. Then instead of having your typical standard sharp V rim, no, it's got a lobed over rim, got the super concave lip, and the inner cup I think just looks gorgeous. because you can see the cuts following it, you know. Definitely one of the flagship models of Mazel Top, and complete transparency. It's inspired by the elimination. You know, that inspired me to make an extreme V yo-yo, but just with rounded rims, and made the Vindication. It's a little bigger than the elimination, which really turned me on to large diameter yo-yos. So, Mazel Top Yoyo's Vindication. You're looking for an all-arounder and a really powerful yo-yo, something with the power of a heavy yo-yo while not being a heavy yo-yo. Vindication is the way to go. You're looking to get turned on to horizontal play, this will turn you on to horizontal play. Plus my tutorials of intro to horizontal about the body mechanics involved, the different grips we use for horizontal, how we're going to use our body to throw it, all that. You're going to have fun. It's a very fun yo-yo. It's fun because it's forgiving. I think a forgiving yo-yo makes a fun yo-yo. And that's what the Vindication is all about. And it's my signature yo-yo aside from the Rectifier. Those two, hands down, those are my signature yo-yos. Made for my style, my aesthetics, my play, and something I thought also that the consumer would benefit from and enjoy. So I'm also always about consumer advocacy, and that's why I wanted to make something that was going to be a really, you know, hardcore performance yo-yo, but that didn't have that typical sharp catch. You know, a lot of people do not want a sharp catch, and that turns them off from V-shapes. But the Vindication doesn't have that problem. So I hope you'll check it out. You can check the link in my bio, not my bio, in the description. I'll put a link to the store. You can always just search Mazel Top Yoyos on Google. I'm on the Big Cartel platform. Mazel Top Yoyos will pop up with a picture of me probably. Yeah, highly recommend checking it out. The B grades are an absolute steal if there's still any available. And for $120, you really are getting your money's worth. Like I said, you get your free custom hard case, which is, you can see it on the website what my cases look like. In fact, give me 1 second. You're gonna get one of these, a Mazel Top hard case. Comes with a sleeve. You're gonna get free strings with it, at least 3 strings with it. Usually I give, you know, between 6 and 10 strings with every yo-yo. You're gonna get the woolly nylon, you're gonna get the polyester nylon blend, and if I have any more of the new full nylon blend, I'll send some of that. But for sure, you're gonna get yellow woolly nylon, pink woolly nylon, and my green Proformance polyester nylon blend. Look at that case. You're gonna get this case with it. You're gonna get a free hybrid ceramic bearing installed with it. If I have any extra axles, I'll throw in free axle with it. So you're getting some nice goodies, you know. And I actually throw away the factory bearing because I don't think a boutique yo-yo should come with a cheap bearing. I believe a boutique yo-yo should come with a boutique bearing. I think that's the right thing to do by the consumer. I'll also, if I have rosin in stock, I'll give a free chunk of rosin for your string so it doesn't slip off your finger. You get all that when you get Mazel Top Yoyos. And you get 30 response pads free. You get 10 black pads, 10 white pads, and 10 clear pads. So that's all included with your Mazel Top yo-yo, because you deserve that when you're buying a boutique yo-yo. That's my opinion, and that's why we're Mazel Top yo-yos. Like I said, this is the Vindication. Definitely would say don't sleep on this one. It's a really great yo-yo, and eventually, for those people who do like heavy yo-yos, there will be a heavy version of this. There's going to be a 67 to 68 gram version of the Vindication, but this is plenty powerful. You want something that's not going to make your tendonitis flare up if you're older or even if you're younger. This is the way to go. Now, if you do want that heavy throw with that extra extreme power, don't worry, in the future we'll have the heavy version, but this, I think, is a flagship model of Mazel Top Yoyos. Vindication 7068 Bimetal. Check it out.